Someday we'll get paid for this.
Trocadero, Philadelphia. All right, let me start over. All right, I'm good now. Thank you.
Been a good tour. People all over this country have been fucking great to us, so thanks, guys. And I know a lot of you have been travelling around all of the shows here on the East, too. Yeah. Good on you.
Amebix, formed in 1978, is many consider to have started the punk rock genre, crust punk. Their music blended anarcho-punk and heavy metal and has been notably influential in both the punk and metal scenes. They released their second LP, Monolith, in 1987 and broke up soon afterwards. The band has been split up for the past 20 years, and with the birth of the internet, there has been a resurgence in Amebix popularity amongst the punk scene today. I caught up with them on their last show of their 9-city first-time tour of the U.S. If you guys could just start out introducing yourselves, what you play in the band.
Stig?
Hello. I've just been playing with myself. I'm Stig.
Yeah, it's Rob. I sing and play bass.
I'm Roy. I play drums and keyboards.
How is the crowd reaction now as compared to
Fucking mental. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
going off, you know?
Yeah, it is. It's brilliant. I mean, what's brilliant now, of course, is you got everybody singing along. So if I can sit back on the mic and everyone's doing all that stuff.
You used to get a few.
Yeah, you
Like,
get a
you
few.
go,
Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
And if they knock the mic in your face, it doesn't matter. They can just sing the words. It's all good.
Yeah.
Did Amebix have a big following in the U.S. during the active years?
Not that we know of, but
Well, I could say right about the time Monolith came out, that's when Amebix definitely started developing that big following. So when they broke up, that's when they just exploded over here. Right? Yeah.
It's always the way it is.
it's the story.
As
Yeah.
a fan of Amebix even back then, yeah, I could definitely say that.
Yeah, I mean,
They didn't know.
we didn't really have much idea. The only contact we would have would be through some letters from time to time, and with the advent of the internet, of course, over the last 15 years, I've become increasingly aware of the band having been popular in the States, But back in those days, you didn't really know. And we'd be looking to stuff like Maximum Rock and Roll or Pusshead and things like that.
Someone would write to you and you think it's just a nutter.
Yeah, that's right. Some isolated nutter, but I've met most of those nutters now, which is great. Yeah. And if it weren't for the internet, you can say it's a fucking shitty place and all that kind of stuff, but if it weren't for that, this wouldn't have happened. In that, you got a MySpace thing, you start talking to people and you hook up and then blah 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 and get in touch with Roy and he says yeah, and then we book flights and then you pay by credit card and it's all done within 5 minutes, and it's all and the whole circle is completed and you can make things happen. So it's eminently a usable medium.
So you guys writing any new material?
We're working on it.
You guys back for good?
Yeah.
Take over the world?
Yeah, in small increments, tiny baby steps.
Yeah, it's taking a long
You can
time.
travel around these days and take a Pro Tools rig with you and you get anywhere. We've got this dichotomy really of having me living in Scotland, Steve living in England, Roy living across in California, and our base of operations is in Northern Ireland.
Just meet there.
Yeah, so we have to come into that area and then do stuff from there. So what we're trying to do is, after this tour here, have a rethink about stuff. And this is giving us a unique opportunity really to be able to generate some money to start the project as well. Right. So we can say we can do things like, you can get a plane and come down and record or think about this kind of stuff. It's basically, we've been starting from the very, very beginning again and speculate on the whole thing. At one point it was very unlikely that we were going to be getting in the country, but we did, and we sunk everything that we could into it and went almost bust, but it paid off, so there you go. You've got to take a risk. And that seems to have reaped rewards so far, so
Yeah, absolutely.
it'll help boost us up in the future and we'll carry on from here.
Yeah.
Yeah, because back then we just, it died a death by attrition really, not having anything coming back. You can only work for so long without any energy coming in one form or another. Yeah.
Nature of war, the vacuum.
Yeah.
Who'd win in a fight, Lemmy or God?
Who'd win in a fight?
Let me, oh God.
There'd be a lot of beard tugging, wouldn't there?
It's a trick question. Lemmy is God.
And you dunk into the water and you go slobber-dobber-dob, and then you go bing, 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 and you pull them up.
Slobber-dobber-dob.
There you go. Bing, bing, bing.
All right.
Everybody's the last one to say that.